Alright, welcome back to another Chronicle. Today we are going spearfishing. I'm currently at the crib, just packing up the essentials right now. Hopefully we'll be on the way soon. It is 2 p.m. right now, so hopefully we'll be out on the water shortly. Gavin is coming with us, so we're going to go pick him up in a second, and then we're going to hit the water. So, start the music. Alright, we made it to the marina. Paddleboard's fully pumped. We got a lobster snare here, and then my spear gun, and then Gavin doesn't have anything yet. So we're making a tickle stick for him out of a clothes hanger, and then we're using my fishing net. But one of those three should technically work. But yeah, we're ready to hit the water. We'll see you out there. All right, y'all, we're just about to push out. The cam strap we brought's a little small, so we're gonna have to do the old, if you don't know the knot, tie a lot and go from there and hope she doesn't let go. I dented my cooler. My ass is a little big. Look at these mangroves. You see all the bait fish right there? Last time there was absolutely no lobsters. Actually, look at this beautiful landscape. We got the mangroves behind us. Not a bad day if we don't catch anything either. I made a little mistake. I put the anchor on my mask. So, you know, we'll do one of these. Should be good. The water out of the faucet already has lead in it. I'm not too worried. Welcome back underwater. We are in about 4 feet of water right now, and we are already seeing some fish, which is nice. There's also a nice coral head right there, and we finally pull up to the boat. This is our little shipwreck. I'm just checking the size of the boat. I thought I saw a lobster antenna, but as you will see later on, there is no lobster that I was able to poke out. I'm just checking the other side right now to make sure he's not stuck in the middle, but he is not there. So I go swim out and I see some parrotfish, and I check this 55-gallon barrel. Usually there's some lobster here, but not today. And then I found this lobster shell right nearby, so that was not the spot for lobster. Then I started diving down again after the murkiness kind of settled down, and I was able to spot this antenna. Here's a lobster right here that I'm just trying to poke out. I don't know right now. I still think he is still legal size, but as I start trying to open up my snare more, I start to realize that he is undersized. So we're just gonna try to scare him into the net, but then he takes off back into the boat. Then we found another lobster that was more in the middle of the ocean, and we take a few dives on him. As you can see here, we're just mainly trying to see if we can get a good size of the lobster. This one was a little small, so I didn't really try to go for it. I was more just having fun right here. Yeah, this guy was definitely undersized, so we were just trying to mess with him a little while not exhausting him too much where he wouldn't be able to defend himself. I then took another dive down on the wreck and saw these fish right here, and I am just scanning the bottom of the boat to see if there's another lobster. There's a parrotfish down there, but nothing else. So I go over to the mangroves. I'm starting to check for some life. The mangrove snapper are definitely out, and the parrotfish as well. They do not really seem to care that I'm right nearby them. The sun is going down, so I'm in the mangroves trying to see some mangrove snapper. As you can hear, I'm grunting right now, and that definitely brings some more of the mangrove snapper into sight. You can kind of see him starting to dart, so I go get my spear gun and load that up. I am still trying to bring something home for dinner, so I am diving on this little mangrove overhang, and I see some parrotfish and some mangrove snapper. However, I do not think I can get a clean shot off without hitting any other fish, but as you could see, there was a really good sized mangrove snapper right there. I start diving again to see if I can bring him out again. I have a decent shot here, but I think there's a parrotfish right behind it, so I don't take it. Then I'm looking right behind the parrotfish to see if any of the snapper moved on out from under the mangroves. None of them did, so I'm just kind of waiting to see if one of them will come out and check me again to see if I can get a good shot. Right there, the fish turns its side to me, but I don't end up pulling the trigger. I was a little hesitant on the size of that snapper. And it is getting dark, so I guess I'm going home empty-handed. We had to clean up pretty fast because the sun was setting, but I'm going to get some dinner at Mary's Coin Laundry. Gonna get a nice sandwich. This is the spot. Open 24 hours, and you can do your laundry. That right there, that's what I got. So that's gonna be dinner.
You didn't like it, so then he's not gonna.
I can
You don't need it.
4 years.
Yeah, that's probably nice.